Hey John, what's up?
Remember, tomorrow's the hearing on our expansion request. You guys ready to testify?
Sure, it's a no-brainer. We got science on our side.
It also helps that I make sizable contributions to our friends on the council. Nevertheless, we can't afford to become complacent. We have to think of our shareholders, and getting this expansion approved is a requirement. Something bothering you, Paul?
Yeah, I'm feeling a little weird about those tests we did on the herbicide-resistant soybeans. Those tests could be a problem.
Those results were inconclusive, and nobody knows about them.
George is right, Paul. Not to worry. We'll take care of it in the morning. Just be ready to testify.
Unlike toxic chemical pollution released into the environment which can dissipate over time, genetically engineered crops and animals are living organisms. If genetic pollution occurs, it's irreversible. It cannot be recalled as it makes its way through our global ecosystem. Other environmental risks include damage to non-target species, beneficial insects, and soil fertility. Creation of genetically engineered superweeds and superpests, creation of new plant viruses, and damage to biological diversity. And what about the risk to human beings? Scientists have looked at the short-term effects of GE foods but haven't studied or tested for long-term effects. They also haven't investigated what occurs when two different genetically modified foods are ingested at the same time. We should be... Come in!
Hi, Sharon.
Hi, Cody.
I don't mean to be an old mother hen, but you need a break. You're driving yourself too hard.
I'm trying to get this program ready for public access. Plus, I need to get it together for the hearing tomorrow.
It seems to me you're already a pretty together person. Lord knows everyone appreciates all you're doing, but it's no good if you have to drive yourself this hard to do it. You'll burn out. You came to Rolling Thunder to get away from all that. We need to see that smile back on your face. Come on, let's go have some lunch.
Cody, you know as well as I do that if they get the permit to expand the growing fields, we're going to have a problem with genetic drift right here. Ultimately, that puts us out of business. I need to keep practicing.
All the practice in the world isn't going to change the outcome. The council gives rubber stamp approval to all the developers and corporations because they either receive money up front or from kickbacks. That's the way capitalism works. Let's not be naive. That's not to say we shouldn't fight the good fight. Miracles can happen. That's been my experience. Now, come on. After lunch, there'll be a couple of hours before Willie comes for the harvest ceremony, and I'll work with you if you like.
Thanks, Cody. You know, you're right, as usual.
Thanks so much for stopping. I always like to bathe before I show up somewhere.
No problemo.
Hi. You're a Native American, aren't you? God, I just love Indigenous people. I'm Amber Turquoise. This is my friend Daryl. Turquoise isn't my real last name. It's Johnson. You know how that goes. What's your name?
Willie. Willie Whitetail.
Oh, that is such a way cool name. Well, I'm going to go take a dip. I'll be right back.
We've talked to America's farmers, and they are standing together to expose the cynicism of the anti-biotech campaign. Farmers know their job is to keep people from starving, and they can do that with the help of biotechnology. By the year 2050, there will be over 9 billion people on this planet to feed. Only biotechnology can bridge the gap between the growing population and the ever-shrinking amount of arable land. Genetically modified foods produce higher yields of more nutritious crops. Therefore, I urge you to approve the expansion of our labs and experimental farms. I think we've rehearsed enough, don't you?
Yeah, I think we got it pretty good. But you know, I'm feeling a little uneasy about covering up the soybean test results. I don't understand what happened. I think I'm going to stay late and run some more experiments. Double check the results of the first test.
Are you ready? How do you respond to the fact that GE foods have been around since the beginning of time? Cavemen saved seeds from high-yielding plants. That led to cross-pollination.
Cross-pollination is done with pollen and occurs only within a particular species. Nature does not cross-pollinate a soybean with an herbicide or a vaccine. In pursuit of profit, biotechnology is manipulating more than genes. It's manipulating an individual's freedom to choose the foods they eat by lobbying against labeling. These conglomerates spend billions of dollars to brainwash the public about the so-called benefits of biotech and to bolster consumer confidence in the safety of the food they eat. Are GE foods really safe? Maybe, maybe not. We don't know. They haven't been thoroughly tested. They're unregulated and unlabeled. The only comprehensive experiments may be taking place at our dinner table.
Here we go again. More bad science coupled with a reactionary thinking of Luddites.
God, it's so weird that we're perceived as the enemy just because we want to grow and eat natural foods.
Yep. And the government gives incentives to the chemical companies and subsidizes tobacco and sugar. It's very strange.
Something major happened in your life 2 years ago. Your wife and your son were killed in a car accident. I'm sorry. And you're using this opportunity to return to the old ways. The Spirit runs through you. And you, Willie White Deer, are walking in your destiny.
You're an interesting young woman, Amber Turquoise. Where'd you learn to do this?
I took a class at Humboldt State.
Hey, yo, Willie. Hey, always good to see you, man. It's been a while.
I'm happy to be here, Cody. How are you?
Appreciate you coming.
Thank you.
Who are your friends?
I'm Amber Turquoise,
Oh, hi.
and this is Daryl. Hi.
Daryl.
I just arrived from Humboldt. Charlie Miller told me to look you up, said you might let me stay and work here.
Well, it's a good time with the harvest coming up. You know, welcome to Rolling Thunder.
Hey, thanks.
Yeah, how is Charlie? It's been maybe 5 years.
He's fine. Says you're the greatest, by the way. Actually, Turquoise isn't my real last name.
It's
Johnson.
I asked the Great Spirit today to give us a blessing, that the harvest be bountiful, that Rolling Thunder prospers from the blessings of the grandfathers, and that the Great Spirit and Grandmother Earth give us blessing to heal our wounds, so that all life will be furthered and we can live again. I would like to ask us to sing a song of blessing this day, to give blessing to Grandmother Earth so that she will nourish us, and that from this nourishment we will get the blessings to live.
So how long have you been here?
I've been here a little over a year. I like working with the earth. I used to have a job with an internet company. I liked it in a way, but it was too crazy.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I used to be a stockbroker. Talk about high pressure. I bailed a couple of years ago. I had enough invested so I could keep on rolling and kind of take whatever job seemed like fun.
So is this work or a vacation?
It's a little bit of both, really. I like it here. It feels comfortable, like home.
Cody's able to create that. He has a real gift. I've heard he's been living like this since 1963. People come and go, and they're always coming back to say hi, stay a few days, help out where they can. I'm happy to be here. It's a good life.